Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Came in to do a grace card reading for you. Y'all, we just passed that full moon. I think it was a Leonine full moon. I hope you had a little bit of fun because that's what it was really all about. Like kind of just getting jiggy with it, if the I don't know what the kids say nowadays, but you know what I mean, just having a little spark, having some fun. And I hope that you got that. I hope you felt that energy. I totally did, even though I worked pretty much tirelessly for the last several days. I had a ton of fun. So I'm here to do your grace card reading. I did pre-shuffle the deck, so let's go ahead and pull a card. We're going to pull one card from the grace card deck, and then we're going to pull, I actually have my cards tonight. Yes, we're going to pull a kind of a clarifier from the Power of the Elements Oracle deck. Okay, now one note, I do want to say something real quick. A spirit message has been pretty heavy on me, and I feel like responsible enough to go ahead and give you guys this. Look, I want to just gently and lovingly remind you that you know, we're in the land of contrast, okay? And if you think about it, there is no up without down. There's no down without up. There's no light without dark. There's no dark without light. There's no front without back. There's no back without front. And if you keep that in mind, no matter what the situation is in your world that you're dealing with, remember, in its entirety, there's one extreme and there's another extreme. There are polar opposites in every single situation that we face. Okay? And so we can kind of categorize that as there's the most positive aspect of a situation, and then there's the most detrimental aspect of a situation. And where we come in is this beautiful thing, this beautiful gift we've been given of choice. Our focus is our choice. You know, we are allowed to set our sights. We're allowed to direct our attention, which is the currency of the universe, to anything that we want. So when we consider the fact that there's always this side and that side, we have the choice on what to focus. Okay? And remember, wherever your attention is going, that's what's sprouting up for you. That's what's in your world. If you're not paying attention to that, that over there is not really germane to you. Okay? It doesn't mean that things aren't happening in the world. It doesn't mean that, you know, if you're sick, and it doesn't mean that there aren't healthy people. If you're healthy, that doesn't mean there aren't sick people. Okay? It's all about our focus. It's all about where we place our attention, and that's totally up to us. Okay, so just remember that, because wherever you're placing your attention, wherever you're putting your focus, that's your elementals for your garden. Your focus is the sunlight and the rain and the beautiful wind that opens the leaves and opens the bud. You control all of that. You can focus on this or you can focus on that. And you remember that, because that's how you craft your world. That's how you create your reality on purpose. Okay? Wherever our attention is going, that's what's sprouting up for us. And that is a responsibility that we humans have, whether we want it or not. Okay? So just remember that. And maybe these cards will come out and they'll kind of talk to us about that subject. Who knows? Tighter and more synchronistic things have happened on this channel. So let's just see what our grace card has to tell us about, possibly about all of that. But the contrast thing has just been weighing on me, and I was going to do a panther chat. Maybe I will do a panther chat on that, but all right, let me just do this. It's like all scattered now. Woo! It's kind of warm here in the deep south, which is really weird. So if you're super cold wherever you are, I'm sending you nice warm hugs. Warm hug from the deep south. Going to be here for a little bit longer. Y'all. Presence. Presence. Bring your mind into present moment time. Now is the only place to be. This is where you create everything. And you can't imagine how much time, y'all, we spend projecting into the future with our minds, with our brains. And clinging on to past with our brains. We're missing a lot of our now. But trust me, everything that you're doing in now, especially the way you feel, especially the way you allow yourself to feel right now, right here, right now, that's creation time. That's your studio time. That's when you are creating, you're spinning for your future. Okay? So that's why now is so important. You know, now is like, it's where you do all the work. The more time you spend in now and concentrating on learning how to control your emotions, because your emotions do create your reality. That's your, that's your vibrational focus, is how you feel. So you can put your mind anywhere, but if you're still feeling like crappy, you're creating crappiness. I know there's an intelligent way to say that, but you know what I'm talking about, okay? It's so important to craft your vibration, to control your vibration, control your emotions, because your emotions are what do the work itself. Your emotions are what create what's coming next. So if you're always feeling bad, you're always going to feel bad, okay? So right here, right now, get in there. And I call it flipping my switch. And no, it's not always easy, y'all. I'm not going to say it is, but sometimes it is. It's a lot easier than you think. When you realize that if you don't do that, you're just spending that time feeling bad, creating more stuff to feel bad about. When you realize that you have that responsibility, it becomes a lot easier when you know what's at stake. And it's up to us to control those emotions. Yeah, feel what you got to feel, but if it's a negative emotion, don't feel it too long, because that turns into a mood, and then it goes into something else, and then it becomes your demeanor or something. But it's not good. Okay, it's not good for your future. All right, so spend your now creating your future by controlling your emotions. How do you control your emotions? I can't control. Yeah, you can. You can control your emotions by the way you're thinking. Okay? And I will do a Panther chat on that. But you control your emotions by controlling what your mind is doing. Take your mind, control your brain. That controls your emotions, and then you're crafting in your now something really great for your future. Okay, I hope that wasn't too jumbled. Yeah, okay. Well, obviously these aren't scripted. These are, okay. So so that's your grace card du jour. Now let's, I did pre-shuffle this other deck too. So this is the Power of the Elements Oracle deck, and we love these girls. So I'm just going to give it a cut and find if a card. Maybe it'll have something to do with presence of mind. Maybe it'll have something to do with the whole thing. Maybe it's all just going to be scattered today. I don't know. Like I said, I'm having a bit of fun in my life. I have no idea where I tapped into that, but it was sort of a directive, because I saw some stuff on the full moon, and it was the Leo full moon, and get out of your blah blahs and have some fun with life. And I apparently am following directions quite well. Okay. Accept diversity. This I don't know what this is. I think it's a fire card. It could be an earth card. I'm not sure, and I don't know what XL. Does anybody know what XL is? It could be 30, maybe 30. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Accept diversity. Choose peace as your path. Okay, come on. I mean, seriously. What other people are doing is just none of our business, honestly. It's just not. It's like, if you have time to concern yourself with other people in the world, then you've got it immaculate. You've got it going on. You've got everything that you want in life. You don't have any issues. You don't have any health concerns. You don't have any, communication problems. Okay? And none of us have that. None of us are like that. We all have stuff that we need to be concerned with in our own world. And the time that we spend focusing in any way on somebody else, whether it's comparison or what's that thing? See, I don't even know what it is. But when you're putting somebody else down, when you're trying to, how we do that in our heads. You see somebody and you're like, oh my God, is she really wearing that? Even that stuff. It's like, just Look, let people do what they do, because you need to be busy with yourself. You need to be thinking about where you're walking so you don't step in something, instead of looking at what this girl's wearing at the store. I mean, we tend to do that, and it wastes a lot of our now time. It wastes a lot of our precious now. When we are focused on other people and what they're doing and how it makes us feel, it's like it's none of our business. And that's how I put myself in check, because I'm a human being too. I do the same thing. I used to call myself, I call myself, I don't know, like the mad, I was critiquing what people were wearing, because I can't stand bows and I can't stand shiny shoes, and I was going to do a whole Instagram on it, and then I just thought better of it. It's like, the truth is I don't have time to pick out criticisms of other people, and neither do you, okay? So just remember, everybody's different. Everybody's bright and brilliant in their own way, and if you're not finding an appreciation for somebody else, or the way somebody's living, or how they're talking, or how they're dressing, or what they're doing in life, then just look the other way. Turn your focus to something else. And that brings us back to my spirit message from the very beginning of this video. It's like, look, you got a choice. You can constantly, you can decide to constantly look at something that makes you feel critical or unhappy, or you can change your own focus and look and focus on something that makes you feel good and makes you feel enthusiastic about life, or makes you feel happy, and makes you feel like enlightened. That is your choice. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. So if you're having a hard time finding your gratitude, be grateful that you have a choice in life on what to focus, because that's how you create your reality. We're the masters of our own reality, in essence. You're welcome. You're so welcome. Okay, y'all, I'm going to get out of here. So, your grace card today is presence. Be here right now, because that's where you're crafting everything. When you're out of now, you're not doing any work. You're allowing stuff to just pop up, and it seems random, and then it turns you into a victim. You don't have to do that. Just concentrate on the way you feel in any given moment. In that moment, you are creating what's coming next, okay? And all of it centers around how your vibration is, and that's the way you feel, okay? Now, and also, accept the diversity in life, okay? And it says choose peace as your path. Well, that's the thing. That's not for them. When you're not critical, or you're not judging, and you're not focusing on other people, that's not for them. That's for you. That puts you in that happy place where you can be in that creative now, spinning something beautiful for your future, not spinning this criticism and this angst and this frustration and yeah. Okay, that's up to you. That's up to us. We have the power. We totally have the power. Okay? All right, y'all. Thank you for being here. And if you like the video, please hit the thumbs up. Please share the video if you care to. Welcome in if you're new. I hope you'll consider, subscribing, coming along. It's free and all that jazz. And if you are not new, thank you for joining me again and spending your precious time here. Please subscribe if you're not subscribed. And subscribers, well, you know the deal. I wouldn't be here without you. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you soon.